Hey friends, this is Chris.
Yeji.
Welcome back. So President Yoon, the president of South Korea, has been arrested finally.
Finally,
Yeah.
it's over a month. Over a month, finally.
They tried to arrest him one time before. Was that like a week ago or was that 2 weeks ago already?
Yeah, about a week ago.
Yeah. Why did it fail the first arrest?
So he's guard,
Hmm.
they guard him too good, I guess.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of his supporters just basically lay down and protest,
But
and then
they didn't really, they don't really matters actually because
okay, it's more his guard,
more his
personal.
guard.
Okay, okay,
He's,
okay.
security guard.
Yeah. So like loyal people
Yeah,
like
they
work for him.
never, back up, so.
Yeah, I saw some crazy footage too where I guess the police were trying to use like ladders to climb over the fence and stuff like that. And then so then the other side they were putting up like some sort of like wall or
Yeah,
barrier.
like boss wall.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
put, they put
Right.
several buses like layered.
So the good thing is there was no violence. If you understand Korean history, what's
But,
that?
well, you don't know, maybe you don't know that after they failed
Uh-huh.
first arrest,
Uh-huh.
but he asked his security, the person that,
Mhm.
can we use the gun,
Oh, he did? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't hear
But they
that.
say, no,
Oh, I
we
didn't hear that.
cannot. Then
Wow.
at least hold the knife, you have to,
Yeah, I understand.
stop them. But I guess they say no.
So that would be even more evidence against him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is a, their
Hmm.
president, security team,
Right.
they are kind of, like proud job.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah. So
sure.
one of the
Mhm.
security wife, wrote a letter to the embassy.
Oh,
Yeah,
what was the letter?
later, he doesn't really want. He used to be really proud, but he has to
I
do it
understand.
because his job. He
I
doesn't want to
understand.
go to work, but he has to go.
I understand. It was a similar situation, and let me give you a bit of history if you don't know what we're talking about here. So, President Yoon declared an illegal martial law, basically tried to do a military coup and take over the government, right? Take over everything using the military. And if you
Even
understand,
court.
yeah. And if you understand Korean history, people have done this before in violent ways, and not a good thing.
Yeah, so some of our Congress members, this is like fourth time.
Oh, to
The
go through
third,
something
yeah,
like that. Oh, if they're old enough, yeah, they would be. That.
third time of the martial law.
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that. And the interesting thing about in the history of Korea, like when they try to do military coup or martial law, they try to keep it quote legal, right? So if you have enough politicians on board, you do it, and then you seize power. And so what Yoon tried to do, basically, it actually were the people like just called them out and said like, no, this is illegal. Stop doing that, right? And then the other issue was many of the soldiers wouldn't go along with it, right?
Because they know the history. And
Yeah.
if you lose the wrong side,
Yeah.
it's screwed their life.
Yeah, don't be on the wrong side of history. And for many Americans, watching, this is kind of, I guess, dream or fantasy scenario. Like you will wish this would happen with Trump, because I'll explain the Trump situation if you don't know. And for those of you also watching, it was just released yesterday. The special counsel. So we had like a special prosecutor, like a lawyer, to go after Trump, and he announced that they had enough evidence that Trump was guilty of convincing his supporters to commit physical violence, which is a serious thing. Like it's ridiculous. So he should have basically been arrested and go to prison or whatever. So what's happening with Yoon is we have real democracy here. At least, well, he was arrested. So we'll see how the trial goes. Because I think the trial starts tomorrow or something, right?
They're gonna invest him like I think 48 hours. Invest 48 hours.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not sure. But tomorrow is supposed to be a like second trial or something like that. Because they're supposed to be lawyers, defend him.
And he's not going to go home, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because I mentioned that is because sometimes, as you guys know,
that's why this morning they were kind of spent a long time to argue about, they had a warranty.
Warrant, yeah.
Warrant, but he wanted to volunteer.
Yeah.
So if you volunteer, you can go anytime you want, actually. So when you get, arrested, you cannot go home.
Right. So essentially, Yoon wants to turn himself in because he figured.
But he had a second two times.
You could have done it before.
Yeah, before. But he said, "No, I want to do it now." But actually, after they got the paper, they cannot really do that.
I see. Yeah, right. The judge already made a decision. They got an official, warrant to go arrest this guy. The other thing that was kind of interesting, they're talking about in the Korean news, is that Yoon didn't want to show his face on camera. So because you know this is all about optics, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want because one of the examples was when President Park was arrested, I kept asking all the Koreans, was there any part where you could see them? Because we'd always make this symbol. It could be handcuffed. You all know what that means, right? Because from a just a citizen and a viewer point of view, you guys, you all want to see. We want to see Trump in an orange jumper, right? Right? Or you want to see like no, you want to see it, right? So with Yoon, that's sort of what I wanted, but the way they did it, he tried to hide his face. They showed a little bit on the news where like
but that was accident. He doesn't want to show anything.
Right. So they showed a little bit. So they kept showing the same footage of where he got out of the car, go up the stairs, and it was like the side of his face.
Just seconds.
But essentially, this and Americans don't do this, but in Korean politics,
our like the ex-president who did the same thing. They just came out and they speak something and get in the car.
Oh, right.
But he didn't want to do that, I guess. So he released his speech video after that.
Right. And what did the videotape say?
He just took a video in front of his curtain, I guess.
Yeah.
I think he said, "Oh, they're doing the illegal arrest."
Right.
He keeps saying illegal, but not specific. The things what they're wrong, but he keeps saying that this is illegal stuff, and he's
And he doesn't deny that he called the martial law. He doesn't.
They don't mention anything about.
Oh, he doesn't even mention that.
Yeah,
okay. He just says they're arresting me and it's illegal.
Yeah, and our law system is all corrupt.
Yeah, of course they're going to say that. It's the same as Trump stuff, basically. But what I was going to mention, what Korean politicians do that Americans wouldn't do, is they'll cover their head with their jacket, or they'll have their assistants like cover their face with their jacket. There's a sense of shame here where Americans don't. Where like Trump is like proud to be a criminal. Like I don't know if you know this. Did I show you? He even sells like Christmas ornaments with his mugshot, or like T-shirts with his mugshot, or wrapping paper with the mugshot.
Yeah.
So it's a different culture. It's like proud to be gangster. And it's like
hold gun like that.
Yeah. And like I understand like gangster movies fun, but in real life, like criminal gangster, it's not cool, right? I want to make this really clear, kids. Being a criminal and a gangster is not cool. I know Trump makes it seem like it's cool, but it's not cool to cheat your neighbors. It's not cool to cheat on everyone.
Gangster president.
Yeah, it's not cool.
You guys now have gangster president.
We do, and in fact, I don't know if you saw my last video, but you guys saw it, of course. But yeah, I have to update AJ on the news. Is Elon Musk is moving next door to the office, to the White House, so it's going to be the
So I think he's
right
he thinks he's the president.
Yeah, we just call him President Musk, basically.
He said he's King Musk.
Yeah,
right.
It could be. So the thing right now with Yoon also is he's not president. There is an acting president. It's like a second person.
Now you're actually third person.
Because I was gonna say there's a second person that could be in trouble. Oh, so he quit. He already quit. The second person quit.
We did impeachment on him.
I heard that. I got to catch up. We're number 3 now.
Number 3 now.
Okay.
He was part of it, so he can do it.
What you may not know also about Korean politics, which is different than American politics, although it happened in history, is parties will change names. So if there's a big scandal, this is a big scandal. So they'll change their name and whatever.
Color.
Yeah. And they'll try to pretend like they're a new party, which is
nonsense.
But that's what they do. So they try to rebrand.
I don't even remember all their
they keep changing
names.
it. Yeah. So because they changed it from the last time. So what I was going to mention is a long time ago in America, we had a party called the Whig Party.
Whig Party?
Yeah, like hair. Yeah. It's kind of funny because we all study it in history, but I barely know anything about it. So if you guys are experts in the Whig Party, you can type in that kind of thing. We all know what it is, but I don't.
So they have to wear like white wigs.
I don't know.
Like European.
Maybe. Well, in the past they did. That was part of the fashion in American politics. Yeah, it was exactly like European. You had the White Sox. And I don't know why they call themselves the Whig Party, but point being, though, parties do change their names. That happens, but it happens more frequently in Korea.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is if he's considered found guilty, then it goes to the court. So they did the impeachment. They did the impeachment. They voted that official impeachment.
Yeah.
then I guess the court then decides whether or not that's illegal. But they also have to do they have to get 3 more judges still?
No.
Correct?
We have new judges. Some not.
They're supposed to be. They need 3 more.
Yeah, not 3, not all of them. But I think we have a.
Oh, you picked a new one already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of it, not all of 3.
Because we didn't have a full court, right? So there were 3 empty spots, and I guess you just said just pick one. It's actually honestly hard to keep up with the Korean politics because every time I tune in, there's a new scandal. Like for example, do you have any update on what's going on with the wife?
So yeah,
this is Yoon's wife. She's corrupt also.
So they're 뭐라고 하지?
They voted on something, I know.
Yeah,
right?
they keep other party.
Okay.
Put the list for investigate her.
Okay.
But the Yoon's party, they keep no.
Oh, okay. So they don't have enough votes right now.
Yeah, they do it every day.
Oh, they've been voting on it every day.
Almost every day.
Ah, so it's probably what they're doing is negotiating. Like, okay, well, take that, put that on the list, take that off the list, that kind of stuff. I'm sure
they just no.
No. I'm saying when politicians negotiate stuff, they probably like because you try to convince other people, or they could do public shaming. That would be another strategy.
But now they don't have no shame. I think.
Oh, that was changed.
Because I don't know. Because they're kind of supporting right now. Most of them.
Okay. So they look at the polls. I know Yoon's support's going up a little bit. He's still in the
Actually, I don't believe it.
Oh, you don't believe the polls?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, from our point of view, we woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know, it was like 10 o'clock at night or 11 or whatever, and I got a thing on my phone or something, and it was like, was there a martial law? It was so crazy because like we know about the stuff from history, but it was like actually happening, and then we flipped on the TV, and there was the military out there.
Yeah, and there is a like YouTube channel. They were filming, that night. And they hear, the phone was beeping in Seoul.
Yeah.
So they're old enough to know what is martial law. So what's going on? Is recent martial law? Old martial laws. There's tank. They kind of hurt people.
Yeah.
But luckily this time it was very peaceful and finished very early.
But you have to think about too, just put it in context, guys. Like, for example, let's say the North Koreans really did attack, right? Like you have to always be concerned about that.
So there is a rumor that he wanted to look like North Korea attack us first, make a real war.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know it's stupid.
Yeah.
In English, I think the phrase would probably be false flag. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. The idea is you have like a fake attack, and then you need a reason why you need to take over everything. But that's where we are in Korean politics. We arrested Yoon. Everything was peaceful, which is a good thing. They sent 3,000 police, which is pretty crazy in itself. And in English, we say throw the book at him. Like you have a law of books, or beat him on the head with it, but we don't say that. But you get the idea. And that's what democracy should be. No one should be above the law. And unfortunately, in the USA, we do have people above the law, both Trump and Musk, which is sad. But it doesn't have to be like that. If enough people care about it, right? Enough people, vote against criminals. it should be obvious. Like the whole Yoon thing, it should be obvious. Like, why would you support a criminal? I don't understand it myself, but I'm not a cult member, and some people are cult members and they believe whatever nonsense. Because part of Yoon's appeal, and I've mentioned before, is he has a lot of like right-wing YouTubers that spread conspiracy theories. It's very similar to Trump. All the stuff is very similar to Trump. You got a corrupt model wife, basically, that kind of thing. Take bribes.
He drinks a lot.
Yeah. I heard that.
Yeah, we just make joke. Whole month he was like drinking soul at home. He did that for his wife. Stupid.
So I always mention it, guys. Make sure to see the movie 1987, When the Day Comes. It's a really good movie about Korean democracy. And then 12/12 The Day is also good. Watch those movies and sort of compare it. And then if you want to watch an American movie, The Apprentice, which is about Donald Trump and his gangster stuff. So please hang out. We'll give you guys updates when you can. Thank you for watching. And we'll catch you next time. So bye.